Three, two, one. Hello, listeners. You are tuning in to Cold Showers. This is a series where we discuss about everyday topics, issues, and all sorts of random things. You can listen to this podcast while you're taking a shower, going to sleep, or even taking a quick drive. Honestly, you can listen to this podcast anywhere and everywhere. My name is Dennis, and my two other co-hosts are Pranaya
Hi.
and Ben.
Hello, guys.
And today's topic is traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Alright.
travel. Right off the
Whoa.
bat.
I mean, if you have money, I would definitely say travel to your heart's content. But
Traveling's
as,
great.
yeah, as long as it's like you can afford it.
Yeah,
No,
That's true. It's expensive.
it
Traveling
is
is really
expensive. Yeah.
expensive.
but honestly, respect to those people. I'm not saying I encourage this to like people out there, but like the people who just like travel without much money and they just like spend all their money on traveling and stuff.
Oh, like people who backpack sometimes. And
Yeah. And then like do part-time jobs and then make a bit more money just to be able to fund their traveling and like just live their life traveling. I think
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
respectable. Yeah.
I think that's so cool. Like, especially if they're like working in the place they're traveling at,
Yeah, exactly.
or like
That's
geared towards like that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's honestly the life, but I don't know if personally I don't know if I could.
I think yeah, it'd be tough because it's not stable, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
But to those people who are able to do that, respect.
Yeah. Power to you.
Anyways, where are some of the places you both have traveled?
Uh, yeah, I guess I can start off. I guess I've traveled a decent amount, probably a good amount more than the average person. I don't know, but for
Where?
me, at least, it's been mostly in Asia. So
Right.
yeah, because I'm Asian, I guess. Whatever.
That's racist. Kidding.
No, but
He's back.
yeah, exactly. I didn't get kicked off the show yet. Oh my gosh. Um, Yeah, so I've been to, as I said, primarily Asia. So it's been like to like several cities in China, a few cities in Japan, a few cities in Taiwan, uh, several cities in Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Korea. But for Korea, it's just specifically Seoul.
Korea.
That's quite a bit of places.
For Asia, yeah, and then I guess for North America, Canada, I've been to multiple places like Vancouver, Montreal, Toronto, the big ones, and then Banff, the Rockies. Love camping there. For the states, I've been to a couple cities in Cali, like LA, San Diego. Been to in Texas, like Houston, Orlando, in Florida. I've been to New York, Boston, and probably a few other places I can't really remember at this moment. So I've traveled a fair extent, but I've still yet to travel to like Europe. I really want to go to Europe and
So
stuff like
bougie.
that. Is that bougie? I don't
No, I
know.
mean like just the amount you traveled.
Yeah.
I have to
Compared
thank my
to
parents. I mean, I've been because my
that.
parents traveled, so it's like as a kid I would go with them, obviously, right?
TFTI.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, yeah. You're
Why didn't you
free to
invite
come and
us?
join us. Yeah, yeah. Should have came last month with me to Asia.
Where was my invite?
I didn't even know you were going, man.
Oof.
That was such a fast trip for me too. It was like, oh yeah, we're going to Asia in 2 weeks, and I was like, we are. No, I guess so.
That's
Yeah,
nice though.
it was.
Already
Yeah, no, I
bought the
love
tickets and
traveling.
everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Spontaneous trips.
Kind of fun. I think it's like we wanted to for a while, but just wasn't sure about the time, and it was just
Right.
like, we're going, and I was like, okay, all right, guess I'm going.
Yes.
What, ab-
Yeah.
what
How
about
about
you,
you? Yeah.
Uh,
Pranaya?
Honestly, not too much at all. because my parents didn't really travel when I was younger,
Yeah.
and I haven't had a chance to really take a break and go traveling because school and work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So,
exactly.
but I have been to, I guess, Vancouver, Kelowna, just the west side of Canada, Banff area. I grew up in Nepal half of my life, so don't know if that counts as traveling.
Oh, you traveled
I've
to
been traveled
Canada.
for
Yeah, you
I
came to
traveled to
Canada.
Canada. You
Yeah.
know? I've been traveling for 12 years. Just kidding. But yeah,
Oh,
no,
you
I
t-
have
exactly the lifestyle Dennis was talking about. The
yeah.
dream lifestyle.
But there's still that's still quite a bit compared to some people because some people don't even leave their continent
Or their city.
or their city even. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think I was fortunate enough to do even that much of traveling. I am
Mm-hmm.
planning to go to Japan next year, so something new.
Well,
Wait, when?
TFTI.
Yeah. When? Oh, after summer. So
Oh,
around
after some.
end of August or September, after the Olympics.
Oh, I
I
see.
want to go during the Olympics.
That's gonna be
That's
too
awesome.
expensive, going during the Olympics.
But I want to see the Olympics.
I think I might actually be going during the Olympics with my brother.
Oh,
Yeah, TFTI.
wow.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
free to come.
Yeah, we'll meet up there.
Yeah.
I want
No?
to volunteer at the Olympics.
That's
Like,
a lot of
Wow.
work, I feel like.
I don't think they'd take me, but like if I could just be like an English person, like directing English people, right, to like seats and
Mm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be such an awesome experience.
If you're bilingual, maybe.
It'll be good on your resume.
Yeah. Like I speak English and French.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's about it.
Oh wait, I think you cut off Ben. Hello.
Ben, did you disappear?
I think.
Uh,
Did the dungeon monsters eat you up?
oh, yeah, yeah, 7 minutes in and cutting out.
I. Did you want to repeat what you said?
I don't even know what was stopped saying. I think I was just talking about how like volunteering for like Olympics and that sort of stuff would be really cool
Yeah.
to experience. Yeah, but after that, I kind of just stopped because I noticed I was cutting out.
Oh, I see. Oh. Um. Wait, is that all where you traveled so far, Pranaya? Is that?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I've traveled to Korea when I was like 5 years old. I don't remember much about it though. I've been to Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, New York, California, and I think that's about it. Or Yellowstone? Yeah, I've been to
Oh,
Yellowstone and
I
also
haven't been to Yellowstone.
Banff. Yeah,
Hmm.
we go to Banff quite often.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, you should go to Yellowstone.
It seems cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I
pretty
would.
cool.
Yeah.
They
Ah,
have geysers.
yeah. There's like I was planning a few years ago to go to like the Maritimes,
Yeah.
so
Uh-huh.
like eastern side of Canada. And yeah, I don't know, the trip got canceled unfortunately, but I was
Uh,
pretty excited. It looks pretty awesome. So
that's sad.
hopefully would like to make that trip one day. We should go.
We should go to Andrew, visit Andrew,
Wait, where's Andrew?
Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah,
Oh, it's
that's not
Toronto.
whatever. Toronto's whatever. I'm over it.
Oh yeah, for those who don't know, we have a friend named Andrew who lives in Toronto. That used to live in Edmonton with us, but yeah, he went
How's it
to
going?
Toronto for university.
School, yeah.
Um, I guess where's your favorite place have you visited so far, and what made it your favorite place? I guess Ben.
That's honestly really tough. for me. So it's like for like just this past like 2 months ago, recently, I went to Asia again, where I went to Japan, Vietnam, and Taiwan. So I
Yeah.
would say like because those memories are a bit fresher in my mind, and especially because like I'm experiencing them when I'm like much more mature, like I appreciate it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But then like the other places that I've been to was generally when I was like really young. So then like China was I was very young, so I don't feel like I
Right.
appreciated it as much at the time because I was
Uh,
basically just like a teenager, preteen teenager sort of deal.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's tough. Like yeah, this past trip I liked everything. Like I liked every place I went to a lot.
That's
Um,
fair.
I think it's really down to like what do you enjoy more, I guess, for where I've been to.
Mm-hmm.
I
So it's
think,
like Taiwan, I'd probably say is like better for like the city sort of vibes, just going out to eat, going to night markets, that sort of stuff. That'd be my favorite part for like that sort of thing.
Mm.
Um, Vietnam, I think, has like just awesome, beautiful scenery, like nature wise, that sort of stuff. And then Japan is just like yeah, it's like just a totally different vibe. It's like Japan's like Japan, it's just like, it's so different, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they all like have their own nice sceneries, of course. It's just what's memorable most for me, at least for this past trip, was kind of like that for each
Mm-hmm.
place.
mm, I think you start to
How about you
appreciate
guys?
things as you grow older.
Yeah, I agree. Because you actually like you've had past experiences, and then through those experiences, you actually start comparing like your new things as you get older, I guess. Because like when you're young, you're clueless of things, and you're like, oh, what's this? You don't really know
Yeah,
what
Yeah.
to really appreciate because you haven't really experienced much yet, and you don't know what to like. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first time I went to Vancouver was I was, I think, 11
Mm-hmm.
or 12. And then we went with my parents, and it was whatever. It was just a new city, different city. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. It's like, it wasn't that great. And then the second time I went again, and this time was completely different.
Yeah.
Because now I was older and it was more appreciative of everything, right? So the scenery, just going to parks, even just going
Mm.
to parks
Mm-hmm.
is so different when you're 10 and when you're 20, 21.
hmm
Just makes such a big difference. You
yeah, it really
appreciate the
does.
scenery, just the grasses, just the people,
hmm
and then it's just what?
Yeah, in a sense, you see so much more, I guess, when you're older.
When was this? When you recently went to Vancouver?
2 years ago.
2 years. With
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah, with friends.
Right. Do you think you enjoyed it more because you went with your friends? Or do
No,
you
I
think
I think
or
even if I went with my family this time, I would have enjoyed it more.
I see. What about
Just
you, Ben? Or
yeah.
what were you
No,
gonna say?
what about you? Ben just explained something.
I know, but like I'm just wondering like have you traveled much with friends, Ben?
No, it's mostly like with our friend group, right? But it'd be mostly just like road trips sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Haven't really like
Travel long
gone on a
distances.
plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than like cousins, so I guess like that's kind of like friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, there you go. Like I went to like Mexico and Hawaii with like family, like cousins and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yeah. Otherwise, no, it's mostly just with family for the most part.
Right.
Especially because the bulk of my traveling was when I'm younger, so it's like I don't have that kind of money when I'm younger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're mean. You're rolling in money as you're a baby.
Yeah, of course, of course. I wish.
Um, I don't know where I would say my favorite places, but um, recently I started traveling alone or like without my parents, and like I've been to Vancouver and Toronto during those trips, and I went to Vancouver 3 times and Toronto 2 times, but I think traveling alone is a lot. I feel like it's better for me because I'm not saying like I don't like traveling with my parents, but it's just because I think we have different values. We value different things while we travel.
Hmm.
And like sometimes I would want to like sit there and just like look at things and like just enjoy the view or something, but my parents would always be like they would take one photo and they're like, "Hey, we have to go now." And I'm like, "What the heck?" Like I just want to like just relax and sit there for a bit, but then like we're always like constantly moving when I'm with my parents, which I always found really odd.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
wanna bang for buck, gotta see everything.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much,
That's
exactly.
true.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
They want to squeeze a lot of itinerary in one day,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? I mean, I guess you do
Mhm.
that with your friends too, but or alone, but I guess you take your time on places where you enjoy.
Exactly. So like, yeah, I think that's where like the whole different value part comes in. It's just like there's things that I would personally want to stay longer for,
Hmm. Of
and
course.
yeah,
It also depends like how long you're traveling for, I guess. Cause like
yeah, that's true.
I personally don't like traveling alone, even if it's like I have to deal with parents or whatever family. Like it's not
Hmm.
that bad. I'm okay with it. Just because I think it's like a little lonely.
Oh yeah,
Because
Mm,
it was like that like a few years back. I like kind of like traveled to Montreal, but I like kind of lived there for a bit.
right.
oh,
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a little bit longer than a month. I was in Montreal and I was staying with relatives, but for the most part, like my daily days was me just kind of doing my own activities while I was there. And I
Hmm.
don't know, it gets pretty lonely because it's like maybe it's just like a me thing because I couldn't really like I don't know. I don't know how people just make friends randomly. I can't do that.
I agree.
Right? Like
That's
just like
fair.
out on the street or like whatever. I don't really drink either, so it's not like I'm going to like bars or clubs or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So then it was just like it was a little lonely when I'm like there. Like it was an awesome experience still, but it was just like
Hmm.
I'm like just walking alone most of the time, just going to different places within Montreal and like visiting things and stuff like that. So
I find
yeah.
it interesting. I have a friend who travels a lot, and
Hmm.
she's traveled like independently a lot, and I think first year of or second year of university, I think, like during that summer, she went to Korea alone,
Hmm.
and she's not even Korean, she's Chinese, and I don't know, like she just went to Korea. She didn't know, she only knew like 100 level Korean, and that's all she knew. And then she lived with like one of those like house, what do you call it? Like you just like live with a family,
A
and then
host
they like,
family.
oh,
yeah, yeah, a
host
host
family.
family, yeah, a
Yeah.
host family, and pretty much that's how she like met new people. Like she would use the host family's like connections, like go to church with them or something, even if she isn't like religious, and like from there she would like make new friends and then make new connections that way, and like
That's
she would
pretty
live there
cool.
for like 2 months or for the whole summer for like 4 months, and she's in Taiwan right now, and she's like in a place where like no one, like there isn't much activity, like it's like a small town in Taiwan or something, and like it's a relatively dangerous place to live in apparently, and she's living there for 6 months, and she's just like volunteering for like feeding the homeless or like teaching kids English and stuff like that, and like
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
Dang.
she's living quite the traveling life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like yeah, like that's a personal thing, of course. Like some
Mhm.
people much rather travel alone than with people.
Mhm.
But like I guess for me, I'd much rather share experiences than like I think experiences are much more enjoyable when like shared than I guess just by myself.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
We are,
really
we
cool though. Yeah.
we do also have quite a few friends who travel alone within our friend group actually, because like I think Yuki And like even like Mel, they all travel alone, I think. Quite a bit.
Do they?
I think so.
Well,
Because Yuki's
Is
been to like Australia, she's been to
her
Japan
family?
last year, and like
But she has family there in each of the places.
I guess, but then she also like lives alone. Most like sometimes.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but
Yeah.
I
yeah.
see.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess I haven't traveled too much, so I wouldn't. Well, I haven't like traveled alone yet, like because I've traveled with friends in the past, but I would personally like to experience what it's like to just independently travel and try to make new connections that way.
Yeah, I guess I'm too antisocial.
Don't
You
worry, Ben.
gotta
I'm on the same road.
push your limits, get outside your comfort zones. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I love my box and I like to stay within it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, yeah, I, it'd be awesome if I could get out of it, but I'm too
Yeah.
shy.
Just try a little bit at a time. Poke your
Maybe.
hand out and put it back in. And maybe you'll find something to latch on and drag yourself out.
Maybe. Maybe I'll just meet
Anyways.
someone that awesome.
Anyways, on the thought of traveling, since me, Ben, and Pranaya haven't traveled together,
Mhm.
like far distances, you know what would be cool? If you guys can sponsor us.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I'm totally.
Yeah.
This is a sponsor I can get behind.
Yeah.
Sponsor us a trip to Europe or something, and we'll do a podcast there.
I don't. If it's gonna be like the States, that's too cheap. I want expensive flight.
Oh my god. Send him to the moon.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yo, I'd be down.
If that could be done, I'd take it.
Yeah,
But yeah.
100%. Even though if we become jellos, like when
Jellos.
we,
Jellos on the way there.
yeah, on the way back, we come to like the Earth because we're
Mhm.
not used to the gravity.
But we would get taller. Our spines would
would.
straighten out.
But then our bones will be hella weak.
Muscles.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
muscles.
muscles.
No gravity.
I mean, I don't have muscles to begin with, so whatever. What's the difference?
Your everyday muscles.
Mm, it's fine. It's the if I can get taller this way, then I'll take it.
I see.
I wonder how it would feel like though to just like have no gravity and then have gravity.
We
I don't
can
know.
we can go on that plane, that simulates
Oh yeah,
zero
yeah,
gravity.
right.
Yeah, they go over the thingamajigger.
Yeah, I think how it works is they basically kind of like drop their altitude at a constant rate
Yeah,
over like
yeah,
distance. So for like maybe like 5 minutes or so, you can kind of experience it.
yeah. But I think it's also hella expensive. So on top of that, if you guys can
Yeah.
sponsor us,
Sponsor us on that too.
Yeah.
I think last week I talked about McDonald's. Chuck in some chicken McNuggets, and then we can try to eat chicken nuggets in zero gravity. No
Oh
hands.
my god.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
so
And we'll put in the challenge
McDonald's.
of dipping it too
Ooh,
yeah.
with
Ooh.
no
while it's
hands.
floating.
Yeah. We'll make a vlog.
Hey McDonald's, you got us here.
Man, that'd be such a cool vlog though. Just like we should do everything in zero gravity.
Man, that'd be so expensive.
That would be.
Yeah, like super mundane stuff just done in zero gravity. That'd be pretty cool though.
It would be, but in
Yeah.
5 minutes,
Yeah, we'll have to be quick.
our vlogs will be 5 minutes long.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're right. We'll just slow it down. We'll slow
Yeah.
down the footage to like an hour or something.
I was gonna say 50% so we can hit that 10-minute YouTube mark, but yeah, I guess an hour works too.
You could do 5 minutes of just intro and then 5 minutes of actual footage. And another
Yeah.
5 minutes of, outro.
You
Oh
were
yeah,
There's
like
minutes.
2 minutes 30 seconds intro and 2 minutes 30 seconds outro.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
actually
then if we want to
genius.
stretch it out longer, we'll do some slow-mos in there. You know?
Yeah. We could also do like anime openings and anime endings.
Oh my god. You know, yeah, do this is what you do. You put an anime opening, you do a little recap of the last episode.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, you know how some animes have that sort of like what the entire anime is about right before the intro
Oh
or
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
opening. We need that too. That's another
One
like
Piece
20
does that.
second.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then to make these intros and outros, we need to travel.
yeah.
So we can
exactly.
have those running scenes and flying
Yeah,
scenes.
the real life anime
Yeah.
openings and endings. We need it. Somehow
Anyways.
we got to anime.
Because we're weebs,
Yeah, we're actually
apparently.
weebs. Um,
Actually, yeah.
going back to topic. Okay. Where are some places that you would like to travel in the future?
Honestly,
Yeah.
very short term, like something that's very possible that I could do is I actually want to travel down to drive to Vancouver, then
Ooh,
drive to Seattle,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then drive down from West Coast towards San Francisco and LA. It's something that I want to do.
That
But
Do it.
yeah. I mean, oh, that 12-hour drive from us, like here,
yeah,
Edmonton to Vancouver, is so brutal.
It
that's the only
is.
thing it's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of driving.
It is a lot of driving, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you can have someone to switch out, of course, right? It shouldn't be like
Yeah.
as bad, but it's pretty
But
bad.
there's this guy that I went to conference in Vancouver like a couple of weeks ago, but there was this guy who traveled from Toronto all the way to Vancouver
Yeah,
through with his car, and he drove alone.
yeah, he's wild.
Dang,
He's
that's
actually
that's
wild.
basically a week of
Yeah,
driving, I
that's
would say.
actually a week of straight driving.
It takes a total like a day and a half, I think, but like
No
Oh,
way.
driving
yeah,
from Toronto?
yeah.
I'm gonna find
I
this.
feel like that takes like we're talking about like a day and a half of just hours, so like 32 hours or like
hmm
36, I mean.
42 hours.
Yeah, you gotta split
Yeah,
that
yeah,
up.
42
yeah.
hours.
8 hours.
No,
You
no,
gotta
but
split
like
Holy.
like
yeah,
8 hours
no,
a
but
day.
this guy didn't take a week. He took like 3 days.
What is he living
Damn.
on?
I don't know.
So basically drove like 18 hours a day.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't be, and he's alone too. I
but
wouldn't have been able to
Yeah.
do that.
it's also crazy because I don't think he went through the U.S. route. Like he didn't go through United States. He went through Canada.
Oh my
So
god. Is
that would
that
have
even
even taken
longer?
longer. Yeah, because the shortcut would be
Does
going through U.S.
does he like driving that much?
Yeah,
He must.
I guess so.
Like, I mean, I enjoy driving, but that's just crazy.
I mean,
I
46
he
mean,
even
hours. Through Canada is 46 hours.
yeah,
yeah.
he even like went to Edmonton on the way back.
Oh my god.
So that's even longer because it's
Okay,
like
let's change this.
more north.
48
Yeah,
hours.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
we're worth
48.
it. He should have went to Calgary.
Actually, though,
That's crazy. Yeah, like
Edmonton's not worth. Yeah,
even the drive to like Calgary and stuff from here, it's like so
3.
boring.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
2.5 hours. Yeah.
Here I am talking about driving to LA though.
Hey,
Yeah.
but compared to 48 hours, 12 hours is nothing.
Is it? That's
No,
not
12
LA
hours
isn't
just to
12 hours.
Vancouver. LA's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
far.
Oh, LA.
Yeah, from Vancouver to LA, that's a really long drive
How
as
long is
well.
that?
Yeah. It says around 32 hours.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's almost as long. Yeah, it's not.
And then
Dude,
you have
I
to
always
drive
like
back. Remember?
Yeah.
California is always like so much more south than I remember it. Like I always don't think it's that south, but it's like pretty far south.
I
It
thought
is.
it was like pretty under us, was it not?
I don't know, maybe it's just a bad misconception for me, but it's just like I always expected like California to be like kind of like northwest coast of US, kind of under
Oh, yeah.
Washington,
Yeah.
but nah, it's like pretty down there.
Yeah, that's pretty far, actually.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
if you do that, if
It's
you if you do that trip, Pranaya, come visit me in Vancouver.
No, I'll pick you up from Vancouver.
yeah.
No.
And we'll
Yeah, me and Ben will drive to
Oh,
Vancouver.
Ben's
wait.
in the
I was
studio.
gonna,
Pick
I was
up.
gonna be like, pick me up from Seattle.
We'll
I'll
pick you up
fly
from where?
there in Seattle. I'll fly there myself.
Flies to LA.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll see you in LA. Then, yeah, good. I'm good.
But like
I
if we can do that in 4 days, then I'm down because I don't have
yeah.
school Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I mean, you can just skip school,
Yeah,
I
right?
guess.
Yeah, no, but this is like I think driving would be a different experience than flying.
Yeah, that's true. With friends, for sure. Like it'd be
it's better.
yeah
Road
a
Yeah.
trips
lot
are
better.
definitely
Yeah.
better with friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, it's not like I just want to drive straight to,
Hmm.
you know, LA. I want to stop on the ways. Let's say I
Yeah.
drive from here, I can stop
Exactly.
near Kelowna, you know, and
Yeah.
then maybe stop at Vancouver, stop at Seattle for a while.
Yeah. Like you can kind of take your time and like you
Yeah.
feel like you hit so many more destinations this way for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. But I don't know. I really like flying. I think flying is kind of fun. Like the entire process of like airports and like getting on the plane and everything. I don't know. I find it quite fun.
I find it interesting too, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
No,
Mhm.
true.
I wonder what it's like to go with friends though. To fly with friends.
I think
You,
it's
it's.
uh,
Wait, you've never flown with friends?
Nope.
no, he has not.
It's
No.
pretty normal though, honestly. You just go through security and everything. You wait with your friends. I guess that's your wait isn't as boring as if
Yeah.
you're alone,
Well, I
so it's
never found the
better.
wait that bad
Yeah.
personally, so
And
yeah,
then during the flight, not much happens because you're just confined to your seat. You know.
I guess.
Yeah.
But
But you're in
I
that
like
traveling vibe.
yeah. I also really like it because I think when I've traveled with friends on plane, like I also often have like deep talks with them somehow.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
guess. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense because I do that on road trips,
Yeah.
so I don't see one out on plane rides.
So yeah, it's actually pretty fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy planes.
Need a nice long flight, like a 4 hour flight.
Mhm.
Toronto, I guess.
Mhm. Um I actually really want to go cruising. I think cruising would be
Like a 2 week cruise.
yeah.
Oh, I totally want to do that too.
And like I heard like the food there is pretty good too, and I'm
Hmm.
just like
On the cruise.
We could,
yeah.
yeah. I heard the same thing for like specifically like the Alaskan cruise.
Yeah.
We should go on an Alaskan cruise.
Let's do
How much
it.
is a cruise though?
I don't think it's that bad. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong. But I feel like it shouldn't be that bad.
I will search it up right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, I'm
I've
searching this up
yeah,
too.
I've never gone on a cruise, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
I like missed out. Like we were a family friends and a bunch of us, but then like for some reason my family dropped out
Uh,
because I don't know, maybe we're busy or something.
sad.
Yeah, so I didn't get to go, but they said it was awesome and the food was great. Definitely gonna be packing some weight after.
But I also heard some of our friends wanted to go houseboating, and I think that sounds pretty fun too.
House
Oh,
boating.
houseboating sounds awesome. But doesn't
Wow.
Yuki have a houseboat?
Does she? I thought we had to rent one. I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought
But
she had.
that would be very fun to just houseboat.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh man, yeah, let's totally go on an Alaskan cruise. I have no idea how much this is gonna cost though.
Okay, it's like $1,000 for like a 7 day.
Oh, see, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Cause
Okay.
yeah, that's actually not bad. Like the only problem is we have to get to Vancouver ourselves, right, or something.
Yeah. Which isn't that bad either. Vancouver isn't that far.
100 like $200 for a flight, maybe.
Yeah.
Or
We
yeah,
actually that's there and
cheaper.
back.
Yeah, cheaper too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Let's go.
Yeah, we should do it.
But
Or
if we have
sponsors,
more
if you're
money,
listening.
that too. But I like Alaskan cruise is cool and all, but I really want like the like Caribbean or like Europe,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
north
yeah, yeah.
side, and then
But
like a
that's
bunch.
also a lot further away from us.
Yeah, that'd be a lot more expensive, but it'd be so awesome. I want portside like towns so bad.
Guys, we're killing the earth by doing cruises.
Are we? Are cruises that bad?
I think so. I was reading something about it. Cruises were pretty bad for
No.
the environment.
Okay, well, canoe.
We'll buy our food.
Dang,
Yeah.
I wish I went on a cruise before you told me this information.
Really? I don't even know. I'm gonna say cruise, environmental.
I'm sure it's bad. Like, isn't like even Mexico like resorts? Maybe I'm not just gonna
Yeah,
throw
I'm
Mexico
pretty sure they
resorts, but
are.
like most resorts are like generally pretty bad as well
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes sense.
because they dump a lot of their garbage into the ocean.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, yeah, much cheaper.
Dang it, Pranaya. Now I have this
I'm
I have
sorry.
this
Oh, yeah,
moral conscience in my
eco-friendly
Yeah.
sponsor us.
mind.
Well, sponsor us with like a eco-friendly cruise.
Yeah.
A
Exactly,
cruise ship, an
exactly.
electronic cruise ship.
That's
If
tough.
it even exists.
Yeah,
Probably doesn't exist.
maybe a solar cruise ship.
Yeah.
If it doesn't exist, we'll make one. We'll kickstart
No,
it, right?
We'll
yeah, no.
kickstart it.
Make
None of
one
us are
for us.
engineers.
It's not we'll make one. Make one for
Yeah.
us. That'd be cool though. Why isn't that a thing? Probably because it's
Yeah.
expensive.
What if we're just giving out free ideas right now? Just like
Mm,
$1,000,000 ideas right now.
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $1 million idea. Costs like 500 million. It's gonna
It's okay.
um.
yeah.
So like yeah. Where is a specific place that you would want to travel?
For me, it's too many. But I guess like majority of it would be like Europe. I really want to go to Greece, Rome, that sort of stuff. Italy, Spain, England, Paris, basically everywhere in Europe. Honestly, Germany. I really want to go to New Zealand though.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a nerd. I like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I want to see those Hobbit
Oh.
holes. But also at the same time, like I've seen photos. Like my cousin went to New Zealand,
Yeah.
and like the pictures looked amazing, and I was like, wow, that looks like such cool scenery to go to.
Mm.
Yeah, seems like a great place, honestly, just to travel to.
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
So
Exactly.
would you want to go to a place specifically just for like their scenery?
Yeah, I would,
I see.
because I mean, like I guess a lot of us now are dabbling into photography, so like
Yeah.
a pretty big I guess motivation for me to go to certain places is like generally scenery or like
Hmm.
stuff like that. So I want to take cool pictures, I guess, of it, stuff like that, and just like kind of be there.
Hmm.
And then the motivation for me in terms of Europe would generally be old architecture.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because like yeah, for the listeners, I guess I'm basically an architecture, and I don't know, old architecture is awesome. I want to see those like those basilicas, churches, especially like Gothic versions of those. I think they look really awesome. Like buildings that are like hundreds and hundreds of years old, and kind of like we're able to stand this test of time is I think very thing.
Is it very what? Oh no.
Did we lose you?
I think we lost Ben. Come back,
Okay.
Ben.
Don't
It's
go.
okay. He'll be back soon.
I cut out.
Oh, there
Yeah,
we
you
go.
did.
Back.
You said it's very what? Interesting.
Lightning,
Oh, lightning.
I think,
Yeah.
is what I was going at. Oh, so most of that got caught on at least.
Yeah, we got pretty much everything.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, that's actually like I've also wanted to be like an architecture before,
Mhm.
and I do also personally like buildings and just like how they're shaped and like
Mhm.
I don't know, it's interesting. Also to like get a good like photography shot of it, I think is really cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Um,
How about you guys? Anywhere you wanna go?
yeah, Pranaya. Where you wanna go?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to my Japan trip.
Yeah.
Mhm. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, because I've always wanted to go to Japan. I also want to go. I haven't really explored so much of Asia, right?
Mhm.
There's a lot of things like I want to see and lots of foods I want to try in Asia, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to Japan, and I want to go to Korea for food also. I want to go
Korean
a lot of
food.
places just for food, yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to go to Taiwan. I want to go to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many things to try.
Oh, I really wanna go to Tibet. Let's go to Tibet, Pranaya.
Tibet, let's go.
Yeah.
I'll guide you through the mountains.
Exactly. My Sherpa.
Oh, just kidding. I've never been there. Oh,
But I do wanna go there. It seems cool.
yeah. Dangerous, but yes.
Ah, but so awesome. I wanna go to like all the temples and stuff like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
How
Honestly,
about you,
even though I lived
Dennis?
for Nepal
Yeah.
for so long,
Mhm.
I haven't really been to a lot of places in Nepal, except like the place where I was born.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Do you
so
remember much of it? Would you like?
yeah, I remember a fair bit, I'd say.
Okay.
Like you'd recognize streets and stuff.
Okay, maybe not, because a lot has changed over the last 12 years, so I don't know how much of it I'd actually remember.
We should go. We'll see. Gauge. You'll be our tour guide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
If we're
even know if
lost,
I
it's
know
all
how
your
to.
fault.
Honestly, I don't even know if I'd know how to travel there anymore. You'd get all ripped off. I
Dang it,
wouldn't know
Pranaya.
either.
Oh, I
You're.
mean, like, oh, go on.
I was just gonna say you were our free tourist guide.
Yeah, I mean, but talking about like getting ripped off. Every
Yeah,
tourists are always getting ripped off. If you're a tourist, you're getting ripped off like
yeah.
almost all the time.
Best I can do is communicate.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I can't read the signs or, count the money because I can't count.
We can use that Google Translate
Yeah.
photo thing.
Oh
Easy.
yeah. Is that free?
I don't know.
I
Is
don't
it?
know. I don't have it.
I don't have
We'll
it
find
either.
out. Yeah. Wait, Google Translate thing?
Yeah, it's like you can take pictures and it'll translate off photos.
Oh no, that's free. That's free. I
Oh,
think,
Is
or
really?
at
it?
least, or my phone is Pixel. Maybe that's why it's there. I don't know.
Wait, you have it there? I have a Pixel too.
Yeah, so maybe it works. I don't know.
Wait, where is this
Oh.
app?
I thought it was there. You can download it from the App Store.
Okay, I'm downloading it right now.
Right now.
This
I don't
would
have
have
my
been
phone with it.
useful
Yeah,
for me, and
I've used it before.
this would have been very useful for me. When else
Um.
Japan?
Wait. So Ben, you said that tourists are often getting ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
How come?
Especially in Asia.
How come? It's cause I mean like generally if you're a tourist you're not gonna know like prices and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
So like obviously a lot of the things that a tourist will be buying is already geared towards tourists, so there's
Yeah.
already a pretty big markup. And like I don't think it's like bad. Like it's kind of expected, so it's not that bad. And also it's like they kind of I guess bring like those essentials or whatever of each city or whatever kind of towards where you're going already. So I
Mhm.
guess you're also kind of paying for convenience. Maybe it's
Right.
not the best quality, but like it's for the memories. It's souvenirs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But then yeah, like in that sense you're getting ripped off, or like if it's like a kind of like a more market with not really set prices, then people, and you don't know how to bargain, then people will definitely like start their like set price for you will already be much higher for you than like a local,
Right.
just
Yeah.
because you're a tourist, they know you have money, so
Yeah.
they're going to try to get more money out of you, sort of thing, right?
Mhm.
Wait, Dennis, have you ever had to bargain before?
No.
Okay. It's
Have
kind
you?
of
Really?
yes,
Like
'cause
traveling bargaining or like
or
anything
living in
bargaining?
Nepal bargaining and buying a car bargaining too.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
even here, because a lot of those places in the Western countries, when you go to stores and supermarkets, everything's a set price
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
the
no
company that you
bargaining.
can't really bargain. But
Mhm.
once you get out of that into local markets and small town stores,
Mhm.
especially in Asia and I think you're maybe in Europe too. I'm not sure.
I'm
I've never
pretty
been,
sure
so I don't
Europe, yeah,
know.
that's yeah.
Yeah, like all those privately owned businesses, they'll make their own prices, and then a lot of the times, if you just give them half of the price, some of these places, things probably aren't even worth that
Yeah,
much.
no. Like a general rule of thumb, at least for Asia, in terms of like on like market, like street market sort of stuff, um, you can probably like when you first start bargaining, just like give them 25% of that original price, and you can
Yeah.
start from there. Yeah,
Mm.
So like, let's say this necklace cost $1,000 Hong Kong dollars or something,
yeah,
but then it's actually just worth maybe 100, couple hundred, 200.
yeah. Maybe not even there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
like
know.
you immediately just go like super low. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe even like 10%. But yeah,
And then you just talk it out, and then
yeah,
if
just talk it out.
you should always be ready to just let it go,
Mhm.
walk away.
Yeah, but like a lot of vendors will be a little like, apparently I've heard stories, they'll be a little like pissed if you like,
Go that low.
if you go really well, like not just that low, but like if you go that low and they're kind of agreeing something close, and you're like, and then you finally kind of get it to there and they kind of let it go, they'll be pretty pissed if you don't buy it, because I
Oh.
guess in the sense wasting time and effort. But
Yeah. Hello,
yeah,
handsome man. You should buy this. It'll look good on you.
yeah, nah, they always say that, they always say I'm
Yeah.
handsome.
I heard that like there's also these people who like give money to like exchange currency and stuff, and like I heard that like the exchange rates are like they fake it.
Well, that I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah.
like at a exchanging like,
No, no, no. It's just like these people on the streets, and they're just like, if you give me like 100 USD, we'll give you like 100 in their currency, but then their currency is actually like let's say 100 of their currency is actually just like a dollar or something in USD. But then like people get messed up because all these numbers are really high or something, and then I don't know, they just get
uh
scammed.
I mean, I would hope if you're traveling to a
Oh,
country, you
You
have a
should know the
bro.
firm
currency,
grasp
but
of the exchange rate.
yeah,
Yeah,
but then some people don't, right?
yeah,
And
yeah, for
then
sure.
That's
Then
weird.
you just get scammed.
see money.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would suck. Yeah, at least like when I was in Asia, I didn't really experience that.
It's more in Europe, I heard.
Yeah. Oh, welcome
Hello.
back. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that works.
But yeah, I heard in Asia or like in China, like yeah, when you don't look like a local or something, then they get at you, and like I even heard like some people who like you say even Chinese, they're like, oh, these white people, I don't like these white people, and then they scam them.
I
I don't know.
haven't heard that, maybe
Oh,
because I'm not
really?
personally white, but like I believe it, but like
Uh,
haven't.
I heard it from
I,
like other people.
yeah, I don't know. Like I can believe it, but like that seems like, I think most people generally have good intentions. They're not going to be like, yeah, I hate them, I'm going to scam them. It'd be more like, yeah, I just want their money.
Yeah.
Right?
Generally,
It's
tourists are richer than them.
So Chinese people are racist. Ben, I'm kidding.
Whoa. You're ostracizing quite a large population.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Most of our
Koreans are
friend
all
group is Chinese.
They're all racist. Okay.
Yeah.
You always make fun of how um, we always like talk about how Chinese people have like bad connotations, like oh that's so Chinese is often like a negative connotation.
To
But
it,
then
yeah.
yeah, but then like if you say oh that's so Korean, people would
Or
often think
yeah,
it's
that's so Korean or that's so Japanese. It's not like as negative. It's just like a different like sense of values, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then
In-
Ben try to like force that Koreans would have a negative connotation.
I
So
didn't force it. It
well,
was
you didn't
initially
just
someone
as a
talked
joke.
about how like or no, because originally where that came out was from a mutual friend of ours. Someone was like, "Oh, that's so Chinese," and we're like, "Oh, that sounds kind of like bad, right?"
Yeah, yeah,
And then we're like, "Oh, what if I say that's so Korean?" Because our mutual friend was Korean, and then we're like,
Oh.
"Oh, that just doesn't sound as bad."
Oh, when you see that,
And
so
that
Korean.
yeah, that sort of realization kind of brought up this topic.
yeah,
So, but it's funny.
yeah. It's a funny. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
take
it's
it
like
funny.
yeah, we all take it's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But it's kind of like, but like in a sense, it's kind of similar to like how accents are. Like,
Mm,
generally Caucasian accents, like European and stuff, are seen quite like favorable, right? But
right.
then Asian accents are seen like quite as a like a joke, kind of looked down upon,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
True, true.
yeah. So it's kind of similar in that sense, where you'd rather be weeby or a Korea boo
A weeb.
than yeah, like a weeb or a Korea boo over like
Over it.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what the term is for Chinese loving people. If there's even a term for that.
Isn't weeb kind of pretty negative in
Yeah, weeb
Japanese
is
culture
negative,
though?
but it's like I think weeb has weeb is like a pretty negative term. I thought it was just Japanese, right?
Yeah.
But it's been like so embraced by weebs themselves
I
that
think
That's
yeah,
not even
it's
a
just not
negative
bad
term.
anymore. It's just a
that's true.
Yeah.
descriptor. Yeah.
But I think like if you were seen as a weeb in Japan, like that's
Oh yeah. That wouldn't be good.
yeah,
Yeah, in Japan, it wouldn't be. I think in the West, there's a lot more open
yeah,
acceptance of Japanese animation, like culture
yeah,
in that sense. But in Japan itself, it's quite yeah ostracized. Unfortunately,
yeah.
but hey, maybe better. Like I can't really tell you because like it used to be pretty bad in here as well, right? Like in the
Mm.
West, like
So then it could have gone better in Japan.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like maybe I can't tell you, but like hey, maybe.
Yeah, things
Hmm.
can change. Um, who would you do you like going traveling with your parents for now?
I mean, I don't know anymore. I haven't traveled them with them. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh, you should travel with them then.
Yeah, just go.
Yeah.
It's I
Tell
They're
them
think
not
to pay
much.
for the trip.
Huh?
Tell them to pay for the trip.
Yeah, no, that's not happening anytime soon. No, they actually want to go to Cuba
Oh,
oh
okay.
this winter time. So we'll see
yeah,
if that actually happens.
That'd
We'll
be
see if that
awesome.
hopefully.
happens. Yeah, it'll be a new place.
Yeah, I think we should all travel together. That would be fun.
Yeah, hopefully.
Is that gonna happen anytime soon?
I don't know.
How about you, Dennis?
Me? Oh, I would want to go to Jerusalem. Jerusalem.
With your parents?
No, no. I don't know who would I want to I would want to go with, like just anyone, but like I think like overall like that city is it has a lot of religious like vibes I heard. So
I mean, that's where Jesus was born.
Nice flub.
good things. But yeah, no, I think yeah, that's where like Jesus was born, but I also heard that like every religious person that goes there like not depending on like what religion they believe in, they
Uh-huh.
actually like they feel stronger within their religion when they go to
Mm,
Jerusalem, which is really interesting.
What
And
if
like even if you're not religious, you just become more like caring person in
I
general.
I totally get that
what
because
if they're into Scientology?
oh,
I don't know.
religion or cult, I wonder.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's for another day.
Okay, continue, Ben.
Yeah, but like I totally understand that because like when I went to uh in Montreal, there's like
Yeah,
their own version of the Notre Dame,
right.
right? And then yeah, like when I was in there, it's like I don't know, like yeah, I'm not religious, unlike Dennis, but I'm totally agnostic. But like yeah, like just being in there because it's like a couple centuries old and stuff like that. It's been it was a very like yeah, like a very enlightening sort of like
Mm,
experience. Like maybe I didn't have like revelation or anything like that, but it was just like you can kind of like feel like I don't know this spiritualness, kind of like. But I guess in my sense, it was for architecture, so I could kind of feel like the love and
yeah,
and the craftsmanship that went into the building
The building?
itself.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was all for like I guess in a sense, their sense like for God, for Jesus or whatever. I guess it's Catholic, but yeah. Yeah, like so like I understand like even if it's not your religion or even if you're not religious at all, you can generally kind of
Just
get
feel
those like
yeah,
vibes,
yeah.
right? Yeah. You
I
know.
think that yeah. I think just like feeling that would feel really nice. I think it would just like
Yeah. It's a
yeah.
really cool feeling.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh,
So yeah.
you should visit temples, Ben. They
I
have
do visit temples.
very nice architecture on them.
But there's like a preference of temples for me. If this
Mm,
generally like Southeast Asian temples, I don't know if it's the same for like Nepal, but they're quite colorful,
they are, yes.
right? But then if you go to more like Northern Asian temples, like Northern China or like this is I guess in the sense of just Buddhist temples, because every country kind of has their own
Yeah.
design on those temples. It's a bit more like um, not in like to like an offense, but like it's a bit more bland, right? It's a definitely like the architecture and the color choices are not as bright, not as colorful, not as eye catching, and I generally prefer those kind of temples more.
I see.
Yeah, it just yeah, I guess it's just like when stuff is a little too
Right.
show offy, I guess, and bright and eye catching, it feels a little like gaudy, I guess, to me.
Mm.
And it kind of distracts you away from it. Although like it's probably not meant to, and this is like totally like personal opinion. But like I generally like the more subtle temples, I guess.
Mm.
Stuff like that. Yeah. I like my simplicity. Like, yeah, that's the one. Simplicity. Yeah.
Simplistic architecture.
Yeah. Well, that's not always the case. But in terms of temples, yeah.
Interesting. How you want specific things for like specific
It's just what
things.
I enjoy more aesthetically.
Right, right.
I would go to any temple and kind of like I'd love to see the architecture for it, but just if
Yeah.
I was to go to a temple like daily, then I would choose that one.
Right. Okay, that makes
Mm,
sense.
Yeah, that sort of thing. But then like for churches, oh man, I love Catholic churches. They go all out.
Mm.
It's so true though. It's like it's so impressive the stuff that they were able to do like hundreds of years ago.
Right.
Hmm. Give it to me. Give me all of it.
Give me your knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. It's so cool. Yeah.
I guess like I would also want to visit Asia more. Mainly because of their food. I would love to try their like street food or night market food and like.
Let's go.
Excuse me, Dennis. You're
Yeah.
saying the same thing I'm saying. Why haven't
Hey.
we gone on a trip together?
Because we both haven't gone to Asia together, or both of us haven't been to Asia recently at all.
Yeah, it's true. So sad.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Yeah, Ben.
it's funny because all the places I went to on this most recent trip, I've already been there before. Like, this is my second time in Japan, second time in Vietnam, and second time in Taiwan.
Oh, stop flexing on us.
Yeah.
FTI.
Yeah. Just go, guys. I don't understand. Although I think my parents do want to make a trip to China sometime, maybe in the following years or whatever. Yeah, to see. I like personally, I want to go to like kind of like the graves, like to see my ancestors. I think that would be really awesome.
Right.
So, and then we have like bit of family there. I don't know if we'll be seeing them or, I guess going back to where I want to go. I guess I only talked about like Europe and stuff, but I want to go to like Yellow Mountain in China.
Yellow Mountain.
Yeah, like if you look at the pictures, you'll recognize it. It's like it's quite iconic.
Is the mountain yellow?
No,
Yellow
it's like very Avatar-y.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like I think Avatar probably grabbed a lot of inspiration, maybe in their environments from this.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, or like even like Chinese paintings, you'll see a lot of like inspiration from the Yellow Mountains, that sort of stuff. And I also want to see the terracotta soldiers.
hmm
I think it'd be so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for me too because since I'm moving to Vancouver, I don't need that layover trips anymore if I go to Asia.
Okay.
Oh,
Labor
true.
trip's not that big of a deal. Whatever.
It's a big deal. What are you talking about?
It's literally an hour flight.
No, and then you have to stay there potentially for a couple hours too, so you never know.
Yeah, depending on if you want
The
the cheaper
flight.
flights,
Yeah.
you might have
Yeah.
to stay there for like 7 hours or something.
Okay, 7 hours is stretching it. I don't know where you're going, where it's gonna be a 7 hour.
Anyways,
yeah.
Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
I mean, just like to big cities, even like, I mean, most of the time you're gonna stop at a big city if you're going to Asia.
Yeah.
So even then, those flights are like at least a few times a day. I would say it'd be that long. But you
That's
do
true.
you. If you want a 7 hour layover, go for it.
Anyways, I think this is where we can end our podcast. It's been over an hour so far, but yeah, I think this was a good topic that we actually like talked quite a bit about, and maybe we can talk about it in the future.
Yeah, we definitely could expand on this for sure.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, yeah, I think we're just gonna end it off here. Do we all know how we end our podcast?
oh.
Don't forget to like,
Oh yeah.
subscribe.
Hit
And
that
comment.
bell button.
Don't
Or
forget
is
to
that how it
comment down
goes?
below. Yeah, hit the bell button for notifications now.
Yeah. Forget
Yeah.
to subscribe.
Yeah.
Forget to dislike the video.
No. Remember to.
Yeah. You know, if you don't like the video, go ahead, dislike it. That's something. At least we'll know someone's watching.
Hey.
That's so true. We got something out of something.
Yeah.
But if you dislike it, comment down below why you dislike
Oh
it.
yeah. We're all about that constructive criticism.
Yeah.
No, I don't care if it's constructive or not. If you're a hater, bring it on.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, Dennis is ready to take you on.
Anyways, yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna end it
Yeah.
in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, bye.
Yes.